Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Board Game Geek, Doug Herring on YouTube, bringing you something a little different today. As I do a lot of filming for the holidays, I'm trying to expose some different games, some different things that I have. And we did, we just finished up Maximum Apocalypse, which has been sitting on my shelf, and I finished up the computer game Call of Cthulhu as well. But now we're going to get into something just a little bit different. I'm going to see if I can do this in like a run-through type scenario. Now, I'm going to start off with, if you don't want to see this, this is going to be incredibly spoilery if you know what I'm about to get into. Now, there was a series of books published by Ryder Games that are actually kind of like choose-your-own-adventure hardbound comic books. Yeah, and they're pretty neat. You can see it's done by graphic novels. Whatever this is, it's too small for me to read in the fine print, but right there, graphic novels adventures right here, and it's done by Ryder Games, and this is the one called Tears of a Goddess. Now there are several others which I have right here. There's Sherlock Holmes 4 investigations, one called Captive, one called Your Town, and one called Loup-Garou, which is, you know, is a werewolf, and they each have their own storylines to them. Now in this particular one we are going to be playing a specific character, and I printed off all the stuff for all the characters you might play in these games. But I just want to do this one, see how it goes, and if it's something you like, I can do this. But trust me, once you've gone through this, it's going to spoil a vast majority of the experience. So, again, if you don't want to see it, please don't watch it. But I did think that these had gone on long enough, or been out long enough, where most of the people who really wanted to play it got an opportunity to do so. And this will just give you the experience of one of these games to decide if you want the other ones, right? So I may do the other ones, I may not, we'll see. But anyway, we're going to get right into this. You see I have printed off the character sheet right here. There's some things we have to do. This is a Your Choice, Your Adventure, Your Story book, and it's by Jurdic and Manuro. And we're going to read the prologue to this, and then we're going to get started because there's some decision making in that as well. If this goes more than one episode, I may ask for decisions from you all, which would be cool, but it may not, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's crack it open and see what it looks like inside. As you can see, it's a really nice illustration. It's got some really pretty artwork and everything. This is just about the author, excuse me, author and illustrator, and the copyright information. But then we get into the game. Now you can see it has a character sheet built into the game, but I don't want to use that because I don't want to ruin it, so I printed off the ones. You can get them, all the printouts that you need for these games you can get off the Ryder website. So I may put that in the show notes, I may forget to, we'll see, but we're going to look at how to play, so let's zoom in and take a look at that. Now I'm pretty sure that I got a bookmark thing with this, but I don't know where it's at right now. Anyway, how to play. You play the role of a young bounty hunter with an array of dangerous talents, necessary for surviving in such a hazardous line of work. Proof of your reputation and efficiency lies in your profound understanding of one of the following 3 skills. Disguise. You have a flair for makeup and stitching. You are able to quickly change your facial appearance using your makeup kit and make changes to your apparel with what you have on hand using your savvy tailoring skills. Okay, so this print's a little smaller, so I got to get closer to it, guys, so I can read it to you properly. All right, then we also have weapon throwing. You possess a mastery in the art of throwing small projectiles, including but not limited to knives, hatchets, shurikens, and darts. Your belt is appropriately laden with a varied and deadly array of such projectiles. This dexterity also affords you the ability to more deftly handle a manriki, which is well, maybe they show that weapon and we'll leave it in the game. And then we have burglary. You have an aptitude for picking all types of locks. A set of lock-picking tools in your hands are more effective than a skeleton key and crowbar combined. As such, you will begin your mission with the aforementioned tools so that you can do what you do best. Choose one of the above specialties now. So we have to make a choice, and choice is going to affect our gameplay. We're going to mark it on our character sheet. So as you can see, we have disguise, throwing, weapon throwing, and burglary. I'm really tempted to do. I kind of like the idea of doing disguise. I don't know. I think picking locks is always good, right? We do also have some poison stuff. We're going to get into that too. But I think we're going to do burglary. I'm going to check burglary. Okay, we are a burglar. All right, let's go back to the book now. All right, now we've chosen that. It says your physical condition is represented by a number of life points. The number decreases when you are hit or are otherwise injured. You might also lose life points due to illness, starvation, or exhaustion. Life points can be restored with first aid treatment, a remedy of some other means or refreshment. If you lose all of your life points at any point during your adventure, you have died and must immediately stop reading. However, there's nothing stopping you from starting the adventure over again. Why not try it with a different specialty? The amount of time that has elapsed on your adventure is of particular importance, as you will often have to complete tasks in a short span of time. Sometimes you will be asked for the current time value, as certain events will unfold differently depending on the amount of time that has elapsed. Each time you encounter a time symbol, you will add 1 to the current time value, which begins at 0. Remember this rule each time you see the following symbol. The time symbol is like a little asterisk, so we got to keep an eye out for that. As you can see on the character sheet, we have this time dial right here, this time thing right here that we're going to keep track of our time on. Well, let's turn the page and see what we're going to do next. Okay, you begin the mission with a pair of butterfly knives concealed in your right sleeve. Also in your possession is a chain connecting 2 small spherical weights, a manriki. It's quite effective at hindering an enemy escape. Whether you use it to entangle their legs or constrict their neck is up to you. A folding bamboo lantern, several candles, and a tinder lighter will allow you to brave any place shrouded in darkness. Depending on your chosen specialty, you also have a makeup kit, a selection of throwing weapons, or a tool kit. Okay, so I don't know if we have to write these things down because there is an inventory list, but it does say that we have these certain things. We have a manriki, right? So I'm going to just write it down just in case we need to know that. It also says we have, let me see, what does it say? A pair of butterfly knives. Pair of butterfly knives. I'm just going to write butter knives. Okay, and it says something else. Begin a pair of butterfly knives concealed in your right sleeve. Also, okay. And then it says a bamboo lantern. I don't know if we need to write all this stuff down or not, but I'm going to just in case. A bamboo lantern, candles, tinder lighter, which are all part of the same thing. And because of our chosen profession, we have a toolbox, right? A toolkit, rather. So we have that. It says you also possess 2 vials of poison. One is a powder that must be ingested by the victim, the femme fatale. The other is more vicious, making it suitable for the coating of blades or projectiles, the Black Lotus. The femme fatale promises a rapid sedating effect, while the Black Lotus is one of the most deadly substances found on Earth. Each vial contains the equivalent of 1 dose. The Master of Servants, the High Priest of the goddess Nua, has furnished you with a health potion to aid you on your quest. You may drink it at any time, and the miraculous elixir will immediately restore 5 life points, but you have only 3 doses. For the duration of your adventure, any potion not used it will expire at the end of the adventure. Note, these 2 vials of poison and the health potion are in your inventory. There is no need, however, to note the rest of your starting equipment. Okay, you'll also be able to add certain objects to your inventory that you find along the way, but only where the text indicates that you may do so. Finally, you will sometimes encounter a asterisk and a pound symbol during your adventures. You may safely ignore these symbols until such time as instructions found during your adventure explain their meaning. Well, we already found the one. The asterisk means time. So it says, good luck and do not tarry. The tears of Nua dry as quickly as flowers in the desert when they are held by dark-hearted beings. Okay, so they're held by dark-hearted beings. That can't be good. Let's take a look at one more thing. That's the back of the book because it does tell the story. It says, 3 criminals have stolen the tears of Nua, divine plants that ensure the survival of the city. As a bounty hunter, your mission is to find them. If you fail, destruction will befall the city. Conceal your vials of poison, sharpen your twin butterfly swords, and fasten your trusty manriki to your belt. You have a single day to track down the criminals and return the tears. Once night falls, it will be too late. So now I'm going to go through the panels in order. So you can see here that there's a city with a big temple in the background of some creature. A bug grabbing a fish. Okay, and then we're going to start going down. I'll just show you. I'm not going to speak too much to these. I'll just show you what these are. Then we'll go to the next panel and continue reading. These will be in order. So like a comic book, you saw the cityscape, and then it zooms in on that big golden palace in the background. And it says, "It is here that they were stolen, in the room of infinite spring. The 6 tiers of Nuwa, those sacred sprouts, have been kept in the temple for centuries now. We have thought they were safe from malice." You can see that this guy here is telling this guy here, right? Okay. So I don't know how it's going to work as its playthrough, but we're going to find out. They killed 2 combat instructors before... They killed 2 combat instructors, broke the door, and neutralized the protective glyphs. It's inconceivable! That sounds like something from The Princess Bride. Did you recognize the thieves? Well, fortunately, the gods did not abandon us completely. A moon hunter saw them flee from the scene of the crime. It all happened at dawn. There were 3 robbers, and they've been identified as 2 Heron Masanoki, sorry, 2 Heron Masanoki. That's that guy right there, I guess. The Pyromancer, and Ai Cha Meng, sorceress of the Garnet Mountain. Each has stolen 2 sprouts. Perhaps their names mean something to you. You must retrieve them without delay. The sacred sprouts will decay very quickly outside of the divine pond. Nuwa will abandon us. 1,000 celestial plagues will descend upon the entire region if the sprouts are not returned soon. Oh, it'll be fine. I know the legend. Blasphemer! This is no mere legend. And why do you call me? Well, I don't understand what that means, but okay. You could have already closed the city gates and sent your guards to do your bidding. No, they could be combing the countryside by now. We're thinking about that. Correct? Yes, we are. This might seem strange, but the witness saw the thieves go separate ways after leaving the temple. They are no doubt hiding until the dust settles, rather than be caught red-handed out in the open. See, they're walking away from the temple, especially if they don't realize that they've been spotted. Discretion is of the utmost importance. If we sound the alarm, the criminals will disappear and likely never be found. And as Vice Prefect, I must prevent the onset of panic. Chaos would seize the city if this news were to spread. And you certainly don't want the head of Prefect finding out when he finds out it's his right hand that will suffer. I understand. And one of the moon hunters that saw them. Let's just say he won't be speaking to anyone. Oh, poor guy's under guard, lock and key. You will be rewarded 300 coins for each sprout returned in one piece, and 500 for the capture of each thief or their heads. Dead or alive, no matter, their misdeeds live on. Recover all the sprouts if possible, and return them before the sun sets. If you do not, the stars of the night sky will wither the tears of the goddess. Should this come to pass, nothing will save us from her wrath. Nothing. 1,000 coins per thief? I'll take 500 for the sorceress. Huh? In your mind, Ah Che Meng is less dangerous than the others? No, just an old score to settle. Mixing business with pleasure. Hard to put a price on that. Boom, we're mixing business with pleasure. That's us right there, by the way. And then we come to 1, our first breakpoint, and I think a decision. We get to see the city here, and it says, you haven't a moment to lose if you wish to flush out your prey before day's end. 3 of the city's districts seem suitable for collecting information relevant to your search. Proceed to the number corresponding to the district in which you choose to begin your adventure. May Nuwa guide you in your path. So we have the Merchant District, the Docks, and the Lower District. It also says to Saturo Province, to the capital, and to Mugan. I think we're going to start at, always best place to start, right? If you've ever done any role-playing game, start at the Docks. It's where they're taking stolen goods all the time to get rid of them. That's where we're going to go. So we're going to go to 85. Notice we're on page 1 right now. So we're going to go to 85. The 2 paths lead to the harbor. The one on the right passes through a rather notorious district, there's no guarantee that witnesses you find in that direction will be cooperative. Oh, now we have to make another choice. Do we go down this aisle, this hallway here, or to this more disreputable place with these guards out here? 108 or 139, I think. We'll take 108. It seems like the safer path, the guards and the guard towers there. I don't know if that's the right decision, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. So as you can see, we're walking down this trail. There's a building there that shows like a quill and a pot, and then there's a guy standing outside. We have a choice between 135 and 154. I think we'll go talk to the guy, so 154. Come, we can chat inside. His nonchalance worries you, as time is precious. All the same, you can step inside at 89 or head to the shop across the street at 135. Oh, well, I guess we're going to step inside and see what kind of trouble we can get into at 89. Let's do that. These pleasantries have gone on long enough. This crook has nothing to teach you about the three thieves. All he sees is a potential customer. You can visit the shop across the street or head directly to the harbor at 81. Well, we're wasting some time, but it hasn't told me to take any time yet as far as... Oh, wait, it does, doesn't it? Isn't that what that means? Yes, it does. We have to tick a time, I believe. Yeah, we're going to tick a time off there. All right. Boom. One down. Okay, but I think we'll go to the Harbor 135 and see what's going on there. Or rather, the shop across the way. You can see we've ducked in there, and there's an old cartographer sitting there. It says, although he's a little grouchy, the cartographer gives you an important revelation. Ah Cheng Meng has been seen several times at the Flower Boat, a well-known brothel in the harbor. Nice. But what is she doing there? After thanking him, let's just make sure you can see this fine. You can follow the trail to 81 or interrogate the merchant across the way at 154. No, we're gonna do 81, right? We're gonna go after the sorceress. If you have been told of the Flower Boat and wish to visit it, you may go to 142. Oh, see, it's not printed on there. We have been told of the Flower Boat, and we are going to visit it. Otherwise, we would go to 160. This little dude sitting down here fishing, or this junk right here, which is a boat, 120 right there, but we're going to go to 142 because we did, in fact, hear about the Flower Boat. All right, you can see we're walking up to the Flower Boat right there at the docks, and it says go to 82. This is 142, so we're walking up there. We're going to go to 82. You can see that we walk into the flower, whatever it is, the place, and it says you don't see Lucille, the owner of this establishment. If you have disguise specialty, you may proceed to 98. We're going to tick off a time here, it looks like. And then it says we have a choice of 127 upstairs or 115, the crowd. I think, okay, so first off, I'm going to check off a time. That gives us 2 time boxes checked off. That's what that symbol means. And then I think we're going to head over here and talk to these folks. Let's see what we got going on. No entry allowed to the private area. Go to 123 to say I must speak to Lucille by order of the vice prefect, or go to 90 to say I'm the new... we're gonna go to 90. I don't know, because obviously I don't have the permission of the good prefect. We'll go to 90 and see what happens. Oh gosh, I don't know. We're not accepting new girls. Get out of here. Best to do as you're told. Now that you've been spotted, head to 81. You won't be welcome here anymore. Bummer, that was a waste of time, so we know we can't go back there anymore. So we have a choice of 160 or 120. I think we're going to do 120, the boat. Let's go there and see what's going to happen. So we're at the docks. We're going to head on to the boat. The sailors come from Pattaya Harbor, far west of here. They've never heard of the 3 rogues you speak of. Return to 81. We are seriously striking out, guys. The only thing we have left is 160 here, so we're going to do that. The fisherman saw Ah Cheng Meng at daybreak. You can see a bird diving down to catch a fish. She was headed for the largest of the 3 queens in a boat. Captained by a man known to work for Lucille, the proprietor of the Flower Boat. You can borrow a boat and head to 106 or look elsewhere, 81. I think we're not going to go back to 81 again, so we're going to borrow the boat. That is going to take us to 106. Okay, looks like we were discovered. Curse you, get out of there! Do as you're told and head to 136 or row away, 152. We're going to row away because that's how we roll. Probably take some damage, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to roll away and see if we can get away from this person. 152. Thwack! Thunk! Oh, look, we got hit by an arrow, guys. That's a bummer. You lose 4 life points. You clench your teeth to overcome the pain, as you can't stop until you're safely out of reach go to 110, but we did take 4 points of damage, which means we're currently at 12 hit points. That's not good. And then we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to go to 110. As you can see, we're rowing to the little island there, and we see something come up out of the sea. Big question mark in our faces. Okay, it says, a sea monster. If you have a flute, go to 165. Otherwise, you can attempt to ram the beast at 102 or stay still for a moment. 146. I think we're going to stay still for a moment. That seems like the right decision. So we're going to go to 146. Apparently a bad decision. Failing to notice your presence, the massive sea creature plows through you, knocking you from your vessel. You lose 2 life points and resurface at 164. Okay, well, I guess we're going to 164, and I have to go do 2 more points of damage to myself. Well, we are at 10 now. I think I could do a dose of healing potion, but I think we're going to wait just a little bit longer and see what happens. As you can see, we're swimming away from the creature. We have to mark off another time. We're at 3 time now. It says, fortunately, you can see the shore, but you're exhausted by the time you finally set foot on the island at 83. So we're going to go to 83 now. You must quickly find the sorcerer's hiding place to make up for the time you lost while crossing. If Lucille told you about the secret entrance, you may go there now by adding the number she gave you to the current paragraph. We do not know that number, but we do have to check off yet another time. So we're at 4 time. We're losing time, guys. We're running out of time. We got a choice of 161 or 138. 161 seems obvious. I think we're going to go to 138, which is going to take us through this little teeny path. That seems more appropriate to me. We'll see how that goes. 138. Okay, we have another choice of 161 and 121. So we've come into this clearing. There's a deer hopping through there. I think we're going to go with 121. That looks like it's going into a more dense area. We might have something hidden there. Let's give it a try. Ah! A unique object amongst the forgotten trash. You may add, what does it say? Fumigant to your inventory before you return to 138. We will add Fumigant. Fumigant. Okay. And we will know. God, my writing's so terrible, I doubt you can even read it. And now we're back to 138, where we know that we're going to have to go to 161. So let's do that and see what comes up next. So we're going along the path. You see that we have to mark off yet another time. I think we're going to run out of time. We have 105 and 83. The numerous detours and swarms of insects wear on you. Lose 1 life. I'm at 9 now. So I think I am going to take a potion of healing, so I'm going to go down to 2 doses. That gives me plus 5 life, puts me back up to 14. Now we have a choice of 105 and 83. Let me think. I think we're going to go to 83. Let's try 83. It dawned on me that the other one, 83, is just back to the beach where we came from, so we're not going to do that. I decided on 105, which may not have worked out in our favor. It says you lose 2 life points scraping up against a poisonous sumac bush. That puts us back to 12. It says, but seeing the tower reinvigorates you. Ache Meng is here. You're sure of it. We got to go to 163 now. Maybe we're going to get the sorceress. Uh-oh, you see we creep into the tower, which marks off another time. It says it seems that Cha has entrusted this large reptile with guarding the staircase. Best not to wake it. However, if you still have a dose of Black Lotus and the throwing weapon specialty, you can attempt to slay the beast at 143. Well, we do have Black Lotus, but we do not have weapon throwing. So we have a choice. We can 153 and hide right there, or we can go to 128 and try and make the stairs. I think we'll go to 153. It's probably going to cost us more time, but not get us killed, so we're going to give that a try. Okay, here's 153. So you see we're right up against the stairs. We have 166 or 128. I think we're going to go to 128 and give it a shot. I don't see what choice we have. 128. A Naga! Oh, it is. It's a Naga. Go to 86 if you have the Garuda. Otherwise, go to 162. Well, we're going to 162. Apparently, I don't have anything I need. Okay, 162. You are torn limb from limb by the razor-sharp fangs. You have failed your mission. Unlike you, the Tower Guardian has accomplished its goal. Well, okay. Well, that's it. I would have to print off another sheet if we're to continue going or just reset everything. Anyway, guys, I guess we'll leave this in a cliffhanger. Do I come back and do it again, or do I leave it like this? I don't know. We'll have to see. We died really terribly, but that's how these types of adventures go. So that is a little sample of Tears of the Goddess. We'll see if I continue. In fact, let me know if you'd like me to do this again. I think I was starting to get in the flow of it a little bit better. At first, it felt a little awkward to me trying to read this as a comic book to you guys, but I got in the flow of a bit of it. Let me know what you think. If you like it, great. If you don't, just say so, and we'll move on to something else. All right, guys, take care. I actually thought it was pretty cool playing this adventure, but we'll see how you feel about it. I will talk to you in another video, and maybe another one of these, or maybe something else that comes to the table. So hope you're enjoying your holidays. I know I am. I'm getting a lot filmed. I've had some extra time to do that, and I'm trying to catch up on some things. So thanks a whole bunch. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for also your thoughtful commentary. I love it. I appreciate all the things that you do. And I will see you next time. Take care, guys.